What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from Side Project Brewing, and they're out of St. Louis, Missouri, and this is their Parfait, the blend number 6 variant. So they're calling this one a blend of barrel-aged Imperial Stout and Imperial Stout, finished on vanilla beans, cocoa nibs, and strawberries. It comes in at 12% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. And this can is approximately 2.5 months old. I want to give a huge thanks, shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Curtis, for this beer. So absolutely huge thanks to him for this one. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Curtis hooked me up with. And he hooked me up with 5 different St. Louis area beers. And this is the 5th and final one I'm reviewing. Did I save the best for last? I have no idea, but this is a side project beer. Therefore, I'm super stoked, and that's because I've never had a side project beer. Now, they are super hyped. Hard to get their stuff. They do amazing barrel-aged beers. Apparently, a lot of you out there have had them before, and I've had numerous people tell me, you got to get your hands on some side project, and I just haven't until now, thanks to Curtis. Now, I didn't know they canned any of their beers. I always see them in bottles, you know, and so when I saw this in the beer mail, I was like, what? Side project in a can? And it's a blended barrel-aged beer that's finished on vanilla beans, cocoa nibs, and strawberries. Like, what the hell? So basically, this is a Neapolitan, like, barrel-aged Imperial Stout. That's what this is, and I am here for it. It even says on the bottom of the can, when did we get ice cream? So Curtis, who I think he said he's not, like, I don't want to say he's not a huge barrel-aged stout guy, but he said, you know, he's more of a hazy guy, but he said he really, really thoroughly enjoyed this one and was hoping I did as well. And yeah, I'm here for it. I love Neapolitan flavors. One of my favorite beers from 2022 was the brewery's We All Scream, which was very similar to this one. I think a little bit bigger in ABV, but it was very similar in terms of the ingredients. So I'm here for it. That looks crazy dark as I cracked it. Let's get it into the glass, see what we get going on. Oh my... So I don't know how the pour is going to look on camera, but that looks like fucking motor oil. That's what that looks like. I'm pouring like half of that. It's fucking sticking to the side of the... Just throw this over here. Just shut up. Shut up for a second. Shut up. Shut up, Joe. Shut up. Yeah, so that poured out like motor oil. It's pitch black. It's gnarly. It looks like fucking fudge in the glass. It's crazy. Alcohol legs, like, they're just staining the sides of the glass. Maybe not as dark as like some of the beers. The one beer I reviewed from Fox Farm recently, that one stained it a little bit more, but this isn't far off, although that was bigger in ABV. That was 16%. That was their Witch Metal Black. Hold up to a light. Yeah, you can't see through. Yeah, definitely staining the glass. Had about a finger of this super dark brown colored head. Incredibly creamy looking. Looked fantastic. I can swirl it up a little bit, but then it kind of dies out. Yeah, does that look like a blended barrel-aged Imperial Stout with those 3 adjuncts? Yeah, sure. Anyway, nose. Yeah, fucking smells awesome. Oh my... I feel like I'm doing this like every 3rd review because these beers are so fucking... They smell so good, and then I taste them and they're great. I'm just on a great run of beer, apparently. This smells fucking awesome. The barrel is so prominent in the nose. Like, it's definitely like the bourbon's hitting me. I think they said they age, I think the part that's barrel-aged Imperial Stout blended with the regular Imperial Stout was aged for 2 years in Blanton bourbon barrels. It's very pungent. There's a lot of like bourbon. It's spicy, almost peppery, but like sweeter too, like caramel, just like sweeter, like burnt sugars. But then there's this, it smells like brownie batter in my glass. Like the chocolate, the cocoa nibs, but also just the base beer. It smells like fucking brownie batter. But then there's underlying like rich like vanilla frosting. And then there's authentic strawberries. And this is the one issue I've always had with strawberries and beers. Give me the authentic strawberries. They can be a little bit sweet, they can be tart, but they smell like actual strawberries. Don't get me wrong, I love strawberry candied things, synthetic, natural strawberry flavoring. Sure, I like that. Like, if you get like a strawberry soda pop, right? I enjoy that flavor. Does it taste anything like real strawberries? No, just like watermelon too, same thing, right? Or candied watermelon doesn't taste like real watermelon. But when you have a beer like this, if you were gonna cheap out and put in like some natural strawberry flavoring or some, artificial, why would you do that? I don't know, but I do smell real strawberries. It definitely gives me Neapolitan ice cream or Neapolitan characters in general, but the cocoa nibs and the fudginess is the thing that really sticks out the most. Oh, it smells, again, brownie batter, fudge, just fucking the chocolate character. This is insane right now. And I'm telling you right now, I try not to let hype get to me. I do my best. Whenever I review a beer on my channel, I try to give every beer a fair review until I taste it, until I smell it. I don't like preconceived notions. I don't like other things affecting what I'm telling you right now, if I was doing this blind, I'd be fucking losing my mind because it smells so good. It smells phenomenal. Yeah, it's brownie batter for days. So I pretty much described the aroma. You get the Neapolitan flavors, the chocolate flavors, just very complex and just out of this world. You get the actual barrel aging characteristics. There's a nice roasted kind of malt character, but it's really about the adjuncts and the barrel aging for the most part. It smells fucking dynamite. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again to Curtis. I know you've been waiting for me to review this one. I hope the taste follows the nose, because if so, I'm going to lose my shit. Cheers. What am I supposed to say about something like this? It's exactly what I thought it was going to be based on the ingredients, like to a fucking T, like to a T. Let me tell you something. The body on this is like fucking motor oil. Paul over at PA Brew News, bit thin probably for him. This is full body. It has a thickness. It's, as I said, fudgy. Yeah, it's fudgy. I'm not quite chewing it, but like very close to it. Really thick. And I thought maybe the barrel would thin it out, but the fact that it's blended maybe saves it. Maybe just the base Imperial Stout's kind of saving that from being a little bit thin. But the fucking body's outstanding. The mouthfeel is bonkers. It's mild to moderately carbonated, so you know you're drinking a carbonated beverage, right? Like, you know this is a carbonated Imperial Stout. It is so incredibly smooth and creamy to a degree in which I don't know if I've experienced. Yeah, I probably have in a couple different barrel-aged Imperial Stouts. Let me go, hang on. Yeah, it's luscious. It's such a luscious mouth. The body mouthfeel are fucking spectacular. The taste, listen. It's the one negative that I could see somebody having with this one is that I think the base stout lost a little bit, right? There's a lot of times where I get really excited when I drink a beer like this, where the base comes to the forefront. I'm like, okay, this is more of, you're getting the base stout with nuances of the adjuncts and the barrel aging. And then sometimes, like this beer, it's the barrel aging and the adjuncts dominating the base stout. Do I give a shit right now in this moment as I'm drinking this beer? No. Absolutely not. Because the adjuncts are working extremely well with the barrel, and the base is providing just enough to say, hey, this is an Imperial Stout. This is a barrel-aged blended Imperial Stout. Just enjoy the ride. That's what this beer's fucking doing. Front to back, this doesn't hit me in stages. It's just like one encompassing flavor. It's basically huge, fudgy, rich, brownie batter chocolate. Tons of it. And then on the outside of that brownie batter and that fudge is authentic strawberries and pure vanilla mixing together, giving it the Neapolitan flavor that you probably enjoy in ice cream if you like Neapolitan ice cream, or just Neapolitan flavors in general. There's an underlying, again, the base. It's roasted kind of malt. There's a little bit of like caramel and toffee, maybe a slight, like, I would say more like a tobacco thing, like almost like a cigar paper type of characteristic. And then what is blanketing that entire, adjunct laden stout is a beautiful barrel aged kind of note. A little bit of toasted coconut, a nice vanillins accentuating the other vanilla, but more of like an oakiness to it. A little bit of a peppery bourbon, just blankets everything beautifully. It finishes, while this is sweet, Don't get me wrong, 12% sweet. This finishes semi to full on dry. Not a lot of bitterness, but there is enough dryness. This doesn't have the perceived oak tannin dryness. It's more of just like a nice kind of just almost full dryness. Like on the back of the palate, my tongue right now is kind of devoid of saliva after taking that last sip. I want to go back for another, so I will. Absolutely fucking delicious. Rinse and repeat. Awesome. 12%, huge warming in the chest, right? Nothing on the palate. Nothing that would indicate 12% from an actual alcohol standpoint. Like there's no ethanol, there's no vapors into the nose, there's nothing astringent on the palate. It's just, you know, it's a big beer. Body, mouthfeel, flavors, chest warming. Yeah, it's big. All hype aside, throw that shit right to the side. Just get it out of here. Side project. I don't give a shit that, you know, it's hard to get and super hype, blah, blah, blah. How good is this beer in my glass? It's fucking world class. For an adjunct-laden blended barrel-aged Imperial Stout, you can't really do much better than this. And it's fucking, look at it. It looks like fucking chocolate syrup pouring into my glass. I'm drinking all of this tonight. And I was gonna share this with potentially some friends, maybe Dan and Mike over at FLX Beer Reviews. I kind of wish I would have, because I think I know Dan would have loved this, but we haven't been able to get together recently. So, you know, I told Curtis I would drink it. You know, if I couldn't drink it around by the holidays, you know, like early January, I'd give this one a go myself. I'm very rarely ever selfish with beer. I love sharing it. That's, you know, that's why I love beer, sharing it with other people. But I'm not gonna lie to you. While, you know, I would have loved to share it with Dan and Mike. Am I disappointed I'm drinking this entire fucking can myself? Nope. Fucking nope. Not in the least. Sorry, Dan and Mike. Maybe if I ever get my hands on another side project, we'll share it. But after this, I don't know if I want to. 5 out of 5. Yeah, so Parfait, blend number 6 from Side Project, 5 out of 5. Listen, I'm sure this probably isn't even, you know, up there as far as like higher rated, you know, barrel-aged stouts from Side Project. You know, a lot of their, was it Beer Barrel Time? That's probably, you know, the series you really want from them to kind of understand the hype for them. But I told you I love Neapolitan stouts. I gave that We All Scream from the breweries like a 4.75 or a 4.8 or something. This is better than that beer. Not by like a huge margin, but by a 0.25 margin. Fucking right. The only thing that would stop this from getting a 5 if I, you know, took into consideration price point for what I'm drinking here in a 16 fluid ounce can, yeah, it might get knocked down a bit, but this is a 5 out of 5. I cannot thank Curtis enough for this one. Like, and I love, this is such a simplistic label, but I just love it. Like the colors exactly for a Neapolitan stout. Yeah. All day, every day. I don't know. I just don't want this review to end because I just want to, you know, I'm writing a love letter to this beer mid-review. Price point. So let's go to price point. This beer is $20 a can. I believe Curtis said he paid for this one. $20 for 16 fluid ounce can. It's crazy expensive. If you put this in a 16.9 fluid ounce bottle, which is 500 milliliter bottle, and charge $20, will people blink an eye? Probably not. It's a 5 out of 5, so I don't give a shit. Would I buy this at $20 to pick up, you know, once? Yeah. Would I rebuy this? Yeah, I would. I mean, it's a 5 out of 5. Like, yeah, $20 for a can is a fucking absurd. That's $80 a 4-pack. That's fucking crazy. Not that you probably could get it for. I don't know. Did you get a 4-pack of this, Curtis, or a couple cans? I don't even know if there's limits. Availability. I don't know. Brewery only. You fucking have to fight 3 people to get some of this. I have no idea. It's Side Project. I don't know. I don't get their stuff. This is my first ever beer. So if anybody has any information on Side Project, the availability of their stuff, did you pick this one up outside of Curtis? Or Curtis, if you want to chime in, you probably already told me and I'm an idiot and I forgot. Post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. Yeah, this is, you know, like I said, this is a sweet beer, but it's dry enough where it balances out. But it's a rich, decadent, blended barrel-aged Imperial Stout with Neapolitan flavors. And it's so fucking good. It is so good. It's so good. Oh, it doesn't be like a fucking 16 to 18 minute review, and I don't give a shit. I don't even, if you make it to the end, I've been doing this recently because I've obviously been having a lot of long reviews. Put in the comment section Neapolitan Ice Cream rules. That's it. I'll know you watch to the end. For those of you who don't watch to the end, what are you doing? Come on, you gotta watch to the end. This is where I lose my shit. The second half of the reviews are where I'm unhinged. I just start saying random shit. I start, just saying all kinds of stuff that I don't in the first half of the review. It's the best part of the review, or maybe the worst part, depending on who you are. So if you've had this beer before, please post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. Have you had this beer specifically? Have you had any of the other Parfaits? I think the other Parfaits, when I was, kind of looking for information on this, I think it was like an offshoot of Side Project that they did. I forget the name. It was like Shared or something. And this is like I don't know if this is the first release from Side Project, but the other ones were released from Shared. If you've had any of those, what did you think about them? Side Project in general, what do you think about them as far as like a hyped, barrel-aged beer producer as far as a brewery goes? And do you think the hype is real? Listen, this is my first beer from them. The hype definitely is real. This beer is probably not all that hyped compared to the other ones, but like what I'm drinking in my glass, I got to be honest with you, it's a 5 out of 5. I'm gonna go drink the rest of this over the next half hour, 45 minutes, enjoy every sip, and that's where I leave you. So once again, absolutely huge thanks to Curtis for this beer. Thanks everybody stopping by for another beer review here in the Beer Patrol. If I didn't already say it, 12%. Yeah, I think I already said. I pretty much said everything at this point, but 12%, nice warming in the chest, nut on the palate, and yeah, till the next one. Cheers.